So today let's take a look at this shift bulb replacement in the 8th gen Honda Accord, so 2008 to 2012. And even though we have shift indication up on the dash, I've always wondered why this car was so dark down on the console. We bought this car used, so didn't realize it really should have had a bulb in it. But this is actually a fairly easy job. We just have to start by pulling up on the console itself. It's easier here from the glove box. We'll just pry up and it pulls up with these clips really easy. It really doesn't take much time to get this part up, just a minute or so. But what's odd about mine is the bulb actually wasn't in it. I wasn't pulling on that part at all, just the upper part, and I saw my bulb just laying there. So the previous owner either didn't secure it well or just forgot to go back and buy a bulb and finish the job, one of the two. But as we lift this on up, it pops up, and this may vary by model, but I have 3 connectors to unplug on mine. We have the heated seats, one on each side for the passenger and driver, and then we have the power outlet plug like so. We can set this aside. So we just had these 3 here to unplug. Those clips just fit in these rectangular holes as seen here. So the little red clips there just pop right in and pop right out. I'll take my bulb out here, and this is what it looks like. I picked these up off Amazon. You can get them from your local parts place as well. I'm just going to go ahead and put the new bulb in here and just test it out and make sure everything's good. Turn the ignition on, cut the lights on, and there we go. It's not very bright, but it is some illumination. As I mentioned, this console is very dark without it. It pushes in like a keyhole slot and turns about 1/4 of a turn. It looks like clockwise if you're just facing from the bottom. Now I might could reach under and put this in. I'm gonna see if I can get this up so you can see it on camera, because there is no way for me to show you what I'm doing. And this 8th gen Honda, it's pretty hard to get the bulb to where it needs to be. Honestly, it's kind of hard to get it into that spot. I have my parking brake on, so I'm going to do my shifter release and pull the shift handle in somewhere around drive so I can take this trim piece off. And I believe it's just a screw or 2. Let's see, going back, it's 2 Phillips screws, so 2 number 2 Phillips screws, and they are pretty tight, so get a really nice Phillips here. Don't chew your screws up, but it only takes a minute here to pop this handle off. 2 screws out. We slide this off and set it aside, and now I can pull this cover off, and you can see how we have a slightly angled keyhole slot here for the bulb to go into. And that's why I couldn't really show you on video without taking it off. And really my wires are not long enough to reach to show you here, so I'll take my wires out of some of the clips and wire away here and just pull some slack up. And again, this isn't something you have to do. Just to get it through the right spot and to show you on camera, I'm doing it just for this reason alone. So hopefully you can see here it goes right in this hole here and turns and locks in, and there we go. Now I can actually get mine back on, I believe, if I put my shifter up and push the knob in, and there we go. Now I just have to get the wires back in their spot so it doesn't get caught on any moving parts. And once I've done that, I can snap the cover back on. I'm going to go ahead and put my little shift release cover back on before I lose it. Everything feels good. My plugs are in easy reach, so I'm going to go ahead and get ready to put my console cover back on. We'll plug up the power outlet. Make sure we get the heated seats. There's the passenger side. And now the driver's side. Make sure those are connected good. And this should just push right down, just as easy or easier than it came off. We'll just snap it back down all the way around. And the same thing up around my glove box. Sorry, the camera's just out of view there. I didn't realize it, but it just pops back in the 2 up there where I started from originally as well. And now we'll put the shift knob back on. Get our 2 Phillips screws. Get this one started, and before we tighten it all the way, we'll get the second one started. We can tighten it up and Second one's tight, and there we go. We just put our little trim piece back on. It just snaps on like so. And there we go. As mentioned, we do have a shift indication in the center of our dash on this car, but it is nice to have the illumination at the shifter at night as well. So I had to wait for the sun to be almost down to really make it show up on camera. So I hope you found this video helpful. If you did, please like, share, and subscribe. I'm going to have some links down in the video description for these bulbs. If you're interested, it'll be an Amazon link. I'll also have some tools and other interesting items that I find helpful on my workbench. There'll be affiliate links, so any link you click on helps support the channel, and I greatly appreciate it. So thanks so much for watching, and God bless.